Unconnected Hearts. We still continue on our series, Love, as we've all been talking about. And on this series, we're gonna be talking about love is kind. What is love? Does it mean love is kind? And with me here is my handsome. He was
I want to use the word
beautiful. Beautiful.
It goes beyond handsome.
It goes beyond beautiful. Awesome husband, Reverend Dr. John Obin, and I myself, Reverend. I'm even taking your title. That is how being kind it has a ripple effect. So, Dr. Angela Obin, and please stay tuned and keep on checking our site on Facebook, on Instagram, and wherever you find yourself. And don't forget, we have a workshop coming up, Unfiltered Love, that will be in September. So please press that button and get subscribed and get notified so that you can be able to really be in tune with what is going on in Connected Hearts. Or what comes to mind when you hear the word kind?
You see, I don't know about you, and I don't know about our audience, but there are times that you don't feel like being kind to the person who is close to you. You don't feel like being kind at all because of all the things that you see. You wake up in the morning, you want to get your breakfast, and you realize that the person is doing something else. You know, you see that the children are crying and you need help, and the person is not coming in to help. We have school board meetings and PTA meetings. You want to see your spouse there to help, he's not around. There are times that you come from work and you realize that you are tired. Things have gone wrong. And you come home and then your spouse will pile more on you. You feel like not being kind. So when it comes to kindness, I feel it's a choice. In the midst of all that goes on around us, it's a choice that you make that, look, I want to express sincere, unadulterated love to the one I have married. I want to show kindness, even though I don't feel like doing that. I think that is what it means
for you.
So it's an intentional action that we take when it comes to marriages. That is what I feel.
I agree to some extent in terms of how you're defining what kindness, like it's a choice. So I guess if you want to choose to be kind and not to be kind, you, for your own sake, you probably want to choose to be kind. Because when you are kind, you also expect people to be kind to you. But you can't expect people to be kind when you are not kind to them. So it's some way you get what you give also. So to be kind, for me, when I want to define the word kind, it really embodies a whole lot of stuff. In terms of being kind to yourself as an individual, because you can't give what you don't have. So if I'm not kind to myself, it's difficult for me to see how to be kind to people who are not kind, because then it's like I'm gonna meet that person exactly where they are also. And like you said, in relationship, kindness becomes a choice when we are not looking at it in terms of love, because when we married, we made a vow, we said that we're gonna love each other. And sometimes in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of everything, house chores, and I think for females especially, we tend to feel like men are really selfish in terms of when it comes to helping with the house chores or getting things done. And
I like it you say you feel, because sometimes it's not a reality, so you feel like.
Yeah, we feel like it, because most of the time you feel like the burden is on you to get up in the morning, to get everybody going, to get everything, and you've not asked for help, and you assume that your partner to see what you're doing and step in, and that's where the kindness comes in. But your partner is also may also have a different mindset as to what that looks like, and that kindness doesn't really show itself in love. But we've been talking about this topic of love, and I think that we want to really see it in holistic terms. Kindness is one of the key things that in every relationship we want. We want to be kind to ourselves and kind to our partner. So sometimes we want to assume that our partner knows what we want and what we need help with. But we really have to be able to speak and talk about it, and also be honest with each other and say, hey, I think you weren't kind in the way you share this. I think you weren't kind when you came home. I knew you were tired, but I was also tired, stay with the kids all day and trying to juggle all this. So how can we communicate that and be kind to each other in terms of how do we solve the problem? So that's why I'm coming with the kindness in terms of the relationship. And we've done a good job in that regard, in terms of sometimes traditionally we have rules and we assume that rules, but in a modern relationship that we have going on right now and how things are going, both man and woman are working, and we also have kids that God has mandated us to take care of them. So it really demands that we all give our 100% in the relationship. It cannot be 50-50. And we also demand that we all know each other in such a way that if you are not there, I can equally do your job. And if I'm not there, you can equally do my job. And to make sure that the children also are okay to be able to emulate that kindness that we show to ourselves and to them also. So that's my thoughts.
I like that. You see, I talked about intentional action. The second thing I think is important when it comes to kindness is that one has to also take an initiative. You see, when it's kind, you are expressing benevolence to somebody around you, and sometimes the person may not ask for it, but you can see that this person needs this, and you show kindness by going and taking the initiative to do that. You realize that the children are there, and your spouse is trying to juggle a lot of things and take care of the children, and they say you don't expect your spouse to call you to come in. You see, you show kindness by going in. Oh, can I come? Maybe you can take the children out. I will take care of what is happening in the kitchen. That is kindness. You realize that your spouse, has a deadline at work, comes home, and there are other things that needs to be done. Your spouse may not even feel like asking you, but to express kindness, you go in and take the initiative and say that, oh, I can see that, it seems you feel a little bit tired. Can I take care of this? That is the kindness we are talking about. So it's not just an intentional action, but it's also you taking initiative to do things. That is what will cause your spouse to feel that, look, I'm valued by this person. So I think that we need to do it. Personally, there are times that I'm able to do it. There are times I'm unable, but I'm working at it. And I want to encourage you to also work at it. So take initiative and also be intentional. And I think that will really help go a long way to express kindness to your spouse.
Yeah. So I think what you said comes under the body of the choice that we have to make. We made a choice to love each other. So we're making a choice also to be kind. And in this choice that we are making to be kind to ourselves and to our spouses, is we have to be intentional and also take initiative. We shouldn't expect or have certain expectation. And even when we talk about, I have a theory that expectation is your expectation. You can't put your expectation on somebody's expectation until you be able to communicate and agree on that expectation. That, okay, this is the expectation. So it's expected that, when the kids get up in the morning, I will take care of the kids. Until we've communicated, it is only my expectation. So I say, honey, please can you help me in the morning to help me to get the kids ready? Then now, and you agree, you say, I sure can. Then now it's both of us expectation. Other than that, it is only my expectation. So I shouldn't project that and also begin to say, you've not been unkindful because you didn't take initiative or you weren't helpful in that regard. So we have to really be mindful of really. So the key here is kind is one of the things that we have to embody in our relationship. And we also have to be able to learn how to do it in a way that is affirming and is loving. Because I think I like it when I'm cooking and you come around and even if you're not even helping to cook the food,
come and taste.
You come and taste and you give your comments on it. And also I'm very sure it applies to the couple. When the food is ready and everybody is coming, jumping and coming to eat, so food is ready, but we are not even paying attention to the food. Then it feels like all the energy I put in that. So really also value, it makes, when we show kindness to each other in our relationship, it helps each other feel valued and loved and appreciated in that. So I think this topic, there's more nuggets to come when you join us.
Maybe I'll add one more nugget. Now, I think that the good news about kindness is that it's intangibly reciprocal. You know, what I mean by it is that when you express kindness to someone, you realize that the person is like just watching into a mirror, looking into a mirror. The person will also reflect that same kindness to you. In fact, without even thinking about it. Because as you show that kind of kindness, as you go in to show the initiative to have, you know your spouse will do the same thing to you without you even asking for. So that is the good news about kindness.
Yeah.
So let's express it to one another, and we will have stable, enjoyable, whatever word you want to use, exciting homes. You know, loving homes to be in and to enjoy the marriage that we and the relationship that we have. And so God bless us. God bless us.
Yeah.